kung design yun, makikita mo, it will hinder really the lighting. Okay? So, yung mga ilaw natin, okay? Mas makakatipid tayo kung wala yung mga slabs na yun. Okay? So, those slabs, these are considered as a beam. Okay? And it is simply put there for a support doon sa mga succeeding floors. Okay? So, yun po yung isa sa sample ng mga beam po natin. Okay? So, you have there the entire length of this beam. And then, you could have yung cross-section niya. Okay? Kung ano nyo doon sa classroom, yung cross-section niya po is a rectangular. Okay? Another sample po nito, okay, if you come across with kung sa rotonda, okay? So sa rotonda, the one that holds po yung ating flyover, okay? Di ba yung flyover? Parang mapapansin nyo, may nakasalo sa kanya. Yung post-it, tapos may nakasalo sa kanya, okay? So yung nakasalo po na yun, okay, yung nag-hold doon sa atin na flyover, consider also as a type of. Okay? So, ito pong members under pure bending, we usually call these members as yung beam po. Okay? So, yun po yung mga samples po natin. And we can classify po these beams into different types. Okay? Ari po yung classification yan. So, these are classified according to the way they are supported. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung type ng beam po, okay, it is dependent on the location of the supports. Okay? So, yung location po ng supports. Katulad po nito, the first one, this is called a simply supported beam. Okay? So, simply supported beam po ang tawag dyan. Sa iba pong books, they simply call it as a simple beam. Okay? So, simply supported or simple beam. Okay? Parehas lang po yun. Okay? So, this is our beam. Ito pong straight member na to. This is our beam. Okay? And these two, this is the hinge. And then this one is the roller. These are your supports. Okay? So, you look at the location of the supports. They are situated na nasa magkabilang dulo. Okay? So, if these supports are on both ends of the beam, then you call it a simple beam. Okay? So, ganyan po yun. And with these two supports, they have the equivalent loads. So, halimbawa, sa hinge po, alam natin, meron niyang horizontal and vertical force on it. Okay? So, ari po ay point A. Lagyan lang natin ng point. Okay? So, point A, you have here your A, Y, right? And then this one would be your A at the hinge po. Dalawa yung forces acting on a hinge. Pag roller naman po, it is simply the normal. So this would be equal to your BY. Okay? So yung AX, AY, and BY, right, ang tawag po sa kanila, these are your support reactions. Right? But then, of all these forces that are acting po, ano lang po ba dyan yung magkukos ng bending? Okay? So it is simply yung AY at saka BY since they are acting perpendicular. Okay? They are acting perpendicular to the axis of beams. Ito po yung axis ng beam natin. Okay? So the ones that are acting perpendicular to this axis, yan po ang tinatawag natin as, okay, yung mga need natin na forces, okay, to cause the beam. Okay? So yan po yung simple beam. You look at the overhanging type. Tingnan po yung pagkaiba. From simple beam to overhanging type, ano po yung pinagkaiba nila? Anyone? Please answer. You raise your hand po. Ano pong pinagkaiba? I-compare nyo lang po dito sa illustration. Okay, nung simple beam. Okay, o Darius.
Iba po yung location ng roller po.
Oh, yung rotation po nung roller, okay, nag-iba. Okay, so dito, roller lang yung ginamit. But then, we will refer to the support. Okay, so support ang ating gagamitin. Pwede kasi po na magkaiba yung position. Nandun yung roller or nandun yung atin na hinge. Okay, so we simply call that two as the supports. Okay, so we are after the location of the supports. Okay, to identify the type of the beam. So again, yung una, Pag nasa magkabilang dulo, we call that the simply supported or the simple beam. Okay? Pinagkaiba po ng overhanging type, okay? Pwede ang isa, okay, ay wala sa dulo o kaya both wala sa magkabilang dulo. Okay? So, yun lang po yung pinagkaiba niya. Yung una, parehas nasa dulo. Ito, pwedeng yung isa o kaya parehas ay wala sa dulo. So, ang tawag po doon is the overhanging type or the overhanging beam, right? So, when you say single overhanging, okay, so only one, okay, of the extended side of the beam has no support. Kasi nga, wala sa doon sa dulo. Okay, so nandito lang siya. Right? So, yung isa ay pag single overhanging. Kapag dalawa po, wala magkabilang dulo, so you call that the double overhanging. Okay? And the third one, you have this cantilever. Okay, so this type of the beam, okay, is fixed on one end. Okay, so naka-fix po dito, tapos the other one is a end. Okay, so ganyan po yung pinakaiba. So, very different dun sa unang dalawa. Okay, in such a way that ang kanya pong support is a fixed end. Okay, dun lang po sa isang dulo. So, pwede po nasa kaliwa, pwede din po naman na nasa. Okay? So, yan po yung ating mga types of beam. But then, this three po, the simple, the overhanging, and the cantilever type, ang tawag po sa kanilang, this is statically, okay? Statically determinate beam. Yan. So, yung tatlo po ay tawag sa kanila statically determinate. From the word itself, statically determinate, you can easily find or you can easily solve for the support reactions through the equations of equilibrium. Okay? Alin po ba yung equations of equilibrium? Summation forces X is equal to 0. Summation of forces Y is equal to 0. And summation of moment equal to 0. Okay? So, ang tawag po sa tatlo na ito, okay, yan po yung mga equations of equilibrium. Okay? At pag sinabi po natin na statically determinate, using these equations, okay, mamimili lang kayo dun sa tatlo, okay, you can find the values of the forces. Specifically, the support reactions. Katulad po nito, you want to know the value of A, you want to know the value of AY, you want to know the value of BY. Okay, so paano mo po yung gagawin? Use only the equations of equilibrium. Okay? Halimbawa, kung gusto ko pong makita yung value ng BY, ay ano gagawin mo? You take moments at point A, okay, and then you can solve for Y. Okay? I want to solve for AX, so you can use summation of forces X equal to 0. Okay? Ang gusto ko po yung AY, you can have summation of forces Y is equal to 0. Okay? Kaya ang tawag dyan ay statically determinate. You can easily find the values of each of the reactors, right? Through the equation. Okay? Next pa pong ibang klase, yung pong statically indeterminate. Okay? Statically indeterminate, ano po naman yan? Para siyang dalawang beam tapos magka-to. Okay? So, yun po yung tinatawag natin as statically indeterminate. Then, ang ating pong ano dito, okay, ang ating pong analysis will focus only or the limit ourselves on the statically determinate part. Okay, statically determinate. Now, so what do we do with this member under pure bending? Okay, so we analyze first index stress. Okay, ang index stress po niya, we call it a flexural. Okay, the flexural stress, this is your bending stress. Okay, you look at the illustration above. Okay, this is our beam. Okay, ito po yung beam natin. Pare po yung mga hinges. Okay, ito po yung mga hinges. So, therefore, may corresponding reactions to this support. Pag hinges po, dalawa po yun. Okay, pag po roller, isa lamang. It is resting normal. Okay, So, you have here your beam, tapos this is the load. Okay? So, ito yung force po na in-apply po. Okay? Equivalent to. Okay? So, you look at now your beam. So, beam is originally horizontal. Then, after it is being loaded, and ito na siya ngayon. Okay? So, sa halip na nandito siya, nagkaroon siya ng deformation. Okay? So, nagkaroon siya ng deformation. Okay? So, look at the enlarged view po ng point na yun. Okay? So, nung in-enlarge po yan, you come up. Okay? So, this is the, yung ating pong bending, compression on one side, tension on the other. Okay? So, kaya po sinasabi natin that bending, right, is also, ginagamit pa rin natin dito is the sigma, right? Since it's compression on one side and tension on the other. Di po ba pag nag-bend siya na ganyan, right? Nag-bend siya ng ganyan, right? Kung makikita mo ngayon, yung nanditong side, that would be in compression, and then dito naman po would be in tension. Kasi naban, okay? So, kung kanina horizontal lang siya, ay ganito na siya ang itsura ko. Okay? Now, so for the bending stress, okay, so we call it the flexural stress. The equation for the flexural stress, sigma sub F. Okay, so ang ginagamit po natin symbol would be sigma sub F. Sorry. Yan, okay? So ang ginagamit po natin na symbol is sigma sub F equals MC per I. Okay? So sigma F is the flexural stress, M is the bending moment, T, the neutral axis, and I would be the, okay? Yan. So, isa-substitute lang po natin ang lahat po ng values nito, right? From our previous, Okay. So, what we do here, yung M po natin, so deflectional equal to MP per I. I is equal to the centroidal moment of inertia in millimeter to fourth, right? So, we have here the values of I. Okay. We have here the values of I for regular cross sections, right? So when you say regular cross sections, these are all regular polygons. Katulad po ng nasa, ano natin, we have the rectangle, triangle, the circle, okay? So you have here listed are the values of I. Okay, so ang I po natin again would be called the polar moment of inertia. So BH cubed over 12, BH cubed over 36, and pi to the fourth over 64. Okay? So just be mindful as to alin ba yung B, alin ba yung H. Okay? Kasi once na magkapalit yan, then po ay mali na. Okay? And then you have here yung C value. Ano po yung C value? C value is measured from the neutral axis. Okay, wherein, uh, yung neutral axis po natin, pag nilagay mo po yun, yung weight po yung nasa itaas po ay halos pantay ng weight niya doon sa iba. Okay? So, yung ano, the atmosphere o kaya sa land, okay, parehas dapat po yung kanyang. Okay? So, these values of I po, okay, these values of I po, this can be seen also on your table of property. Okay, so you can check, po yung table po natin. Okay, this is from table 81. Okay, so you look at table 81. Nakita po ba nasundan?
Yes po.
Tingnan ko na lang. Show ko na lang din po. Yan, okay? So, ang hahanapin lang po natin dito would be the value of I sub, okay? So, we have that I. BH cube over 12 pi t to the fourth over 64, and then you have here for the, ano po, for uh, tubular cross-section. And then you notice sa ilalim po nito, ito po yung tinatawag natin as the economic section. You have your letter I, so you call this the I-beam. Ano naman po is inverted. Okay, inverted square. Okay. Now, the use of this table 81, okay, if you're gonna obtain the value of I, okay, that is very limited. Okay, kasi limited lang siya sa mga cross-section. Okay? So, what can you do if wala po diyan yung aking cross-section? Okay? So, dito, okay, you have your triangle pa po. Okay? But then, there are cases, say, you have your letter I or say, ang gawin natin is letter C. So, hindi po natin siya makikita doon. Okay? So, you have to learn on how to use also or how to derive for the value of I, the moment of, okay? Kasi any type of beam pwede pong ibigay. Okay? So, that is how you obtain yung I. So, later, i-recall po natin paano nga ba kumuha nung I value or specifically sa economic. Okay? So, saan po yung ating MC over I? Okay? So, sigma F equals MC divided by I. Okay? And so, design po, ang gagawin lang natin, we say, to come up with the best, dimension, okay, for a this time you equate the flexural stress to your design stress, right? So notice that on the design stress, we use sigma D. Why? It is because the induced stress is in form of sigma also. So this is equal to MC over I, and your design stress can be sigma U over factor of safety or sigma Y over factor of safety equal to MC over I. The first equation is to be used if design is based on ultimate, right? And then the second one would be used if design is based on radial. Okay? So, pipili ka lang between them. Pag wala pong binanggit again sa problem as to kung alin ba yung basis ng design, you simply look for the type of material. Right? If it is a ductile material, you use ito pong pangalawa. If it's detail, ito na. Okay? But then, bago mo siya ma-solve, okay, kailangan mo yung M, yung C, at saka yung U. Okay? So, saan ma'am kukunin yung value ng M? Again, yung M po, that is equal to the maximum moment. Okay? And to obtain the maximum moment, saan mo yan makukuha? It will come from a shear and moment diagram. Okay? So, you will consider here the beam loading. Okay? Ano ba yung mga forces that are acting on the beam? Okay? Tapos, yung C and I naman po, okay, again, that would be your moment of inertia. And C is the distance from the neutral axis to the outermost fiber. The C and I, okay, ano po yan? Saan po yan makukuha? This is to be taken from beam cross. Okay, so beam cross section. Ano po? Beam loading cut. Okay, so load, pinag-uusapan dito. So, pangalawa, C and I, it would be its cross section. Okay, so what would be the cross section of, okay? So, yun po yung gagamitin natin. Basically, sa design part, madali lang na. Just equating the design stress to the induced stress of the material. Okay? Okay. So, let us have first a review on how to obtain the maximum moment, right? And also how to obtain the values of the moment of inertia for the economic sector, right? So let us have first the economic section. Okay? So sa economic section, okay, yan po mga ganito po yung atin pong ginagawa. Okay, so let us have one particular example on how to obtain the economic section. Okay, check ko lang ha. Wala. Okay? Anyway, so maggawa po tayo ng isang sample, okay, to obtain the value of I, okay, the moment of inertia for a particular cross-section. Hanap lang po ako din ng konti. Na. Hindi na lang. Okay. Okay. So let us take the case of an economic section. So, ang focus po natin dito is to find value of the moment of inertia. Okay? So, halimbawa po, ang gamitin po natin is an inverted T cross-section. Okay? So, halimbawa, inverted T cross-section. Okay? So, ang gagawin po natin dyan, lagyan na natin ng dimension. Given na dimension. Okay? So, this would be equal to, say, 3 inches. So, this is 1 inch. Mali po ay 3 inches. For example. Tapos, ito po naman, lagay natin yung dimension niya. This is 2 inches. This is say 1 inch. And then another 2 inches. Okay? So, yan po yung total, ano po niya, width would be 5. Total height niya po would be 4 inches. Okay? So, yan po yung sample ng ating economic section. Again, ang focus po natin is to find value of C and I. So, what would be your procedure? First is to locate the neutral axis. Okay, so you locate the neutral axis. Okay, so ang neutral axis, it is a line po that divides your cross-section into two in such a way that the force, that the weight po sa taas will be the same weight doon sa ibaba. Halimbawa po, katulad po kapag rectangular, okay, halimbawa po rectangular, RAP at for YH, okay? Nasaan po yung neutral axis niya? Okay? So, kung ang neutral axis po ang hahanapin natin, okay, since ari po ay symmetrical, ang neutral axis niya po ay nasa gitna. Okay, this is your and A. Okay? At a distance, H over, okay, ari H over. So, nasa gitna. Kasi pag hinati mo siya sa gitna, yan, parehas na po ang weight mo nasa taas at saka yung weight mo nasa ibaba. Okay? So, in this case po, kapag rectangular, I is T, H over 12, ano po yung T? Okay? Yung T po, i-measure mo lang po yung T. Ari pong ilalim, okay, nung pong ating cross-section, ang tawag po natin doon ay datum line. Okay? So, you measure po what is the distance of the neutral axis to the datum line. That's H over 2. Okay? Likewise, ganun din, from neutral axis hanggang sa pinakamataas, ano yung dimension niya. Kaya H over 2 din in this case. So, from the two values, isang pataas ay yung pababa, okay? From the two values, you obtain which is bigger. Okay? And the one which is bigger, that would be designated as your value of C. Okay? So, C here would be equal to H. Okay? So, yan po yung dawa. C and I. Okay? Okay? So, how do you locate the neutral axis? Okay? Katulad naman po ng sa rectangular. Okay? RIB, RIH. Nasaan po yung kanyang neutral axis? Okay? Little line that passes also through the centroid para ma-divide mo po yung reach na to. Okay? Hinawa po ang NA2. Okay? So, ano pong distance ito from the datum line? This is the datum line. So, what is its distance? This would be equal to 1/3 of H. Okay? And this one, that would be equal to 2/3 of H. Okay, 1/3 plus 2/3 equal 3 over 3. Okay? So, yan po, para doon sa regular cross-section. Okay? Pag in economic sections po at ilalagay po natin ang neutral axis, saan banda po siya ilalagay? Okay? Palitan ko lang ito ng kulay. So, this one, yung ilalim, that will be set as your datum line. Okay? So, ang unang gagawin is to divide the economic tensions into several regular cross-sections. Okay? So, if this is the datum line, una mong gagawin is to divide your uh, mm, is to divide the cross-section into, okay, so this is one, a regular, ano po siya, regular na rectangular, and then this could be yung part. Okay? Yeah. So, now is, you have to locate the neutral axis. Okay? The neutral axis then, it is a line that divides the box into two in such a way that the out yung pong kanilang weights would be the same. Okay? So, pag nagawa po ako nito, di po ba ay total ay 4 inches. Okay? So, ang kalahati po niyan most probably dito. Okay? Pero, yan po ay hindi symmetrical. Alam po natin, pag ito po yung nabuo, mas madami siyang laman dito sa 2 para sa 1. Okay? Kaya, ang gagawin mo po, ang neutral axis, medyo mababa. Okay? So this is the neutral axis, the whole cross. Okay? So nilagay po natin medyo mataas yung neutral axis. Okay? Kasi mas matimbang po ito kasi may slack dito kumpara dun sa. Okay? But then if it is symmetrical po, okay? Pwede pong i-ano na lang natin that they are. Okay? Now, how do you locate the neutral axis? Okay, you'll use the equation of A total y bar equal to summation of AY. Okay? So, what would be the A total? A total would be area 1 plus area 2 times the quantity y2 equal to, ano to, 5 summation of AY. So, ano ibig sabihin? A1 plus A2 y bar. This is y bar. Equal to summation of AY. That would be area 1 y1 plus area 2 y. Okay? So, let us have here y bar. How do you obtain the y bar? Alin po ba yung tinatawag natin na y bar? Y bar is the distance of your neutral axis to the datum line. Right? So, this is called your y bar. Okay? So, yung area naman, wala pong problema doon. Okay? Ano lang po itong y bar and then here you have where y1 and y2. Okay? y1 and y2, these are also neutral axes. Kaya lang, ang kinoconsider nila lang, is mas maliit na look, na cross-section. Okay? So, yung y1 po ay para lang din sa section 1 at yung y2 ay para lang. Okay? So, using this, length po is 3 inches. So, therefore, yung y1 mo po, nakagitna po doon. Okay? So, ito po yung NA1. Okay? NA1 po ito. Tapos, from the same datum line po, yung datum line natin, from the same datum line, yan po yung y1. Okay, so this is yung value ng y1 measured from the same datum line. Okay, so yun ang part 2. Okay, so we label it as NA2. Okay. Okay, so alin naman po yung white? Okay, so this is Na2. Yun po nasa gitna nung 2. Okay, tapos ang distance niya po ay from the same datong line. So yun po yung white. You substitute po. What is y bar equal to area 1, y1 plus area 2, y2 divided by the total area 1 plus area 2. So, ano yung area 1? So, para po din base times height. So, that would be 1 inch, 3 inches. Okay? Ano yung y1? O measure niya rin y1 na gaano siya kalaki. So, ay nasa kalahati nitong 3 inches. So, that would be 1.5 plus this platform. Okay. Ano po yung y1? Anong value ng y1? Anyone?
1.5.
Okay, correct. That would be half po nito. That's 1.5, 1 to 2.5. Plus area 2, ito naman po naka-horizontal. Okay, area 2 base times the height, 5 meters. Area 2 is 5 meters by 5 inches by 3 inches. And then you measure yung white, right? So mula lang yung gitna po nito. So that's an inch. Tapos ito na yung datum line. So you'll have here 0.5 of it. So ano po sa dito? So what is y bar? Ari po ay 0.5 inch.
1.25.
1.25. The other side, so y bar. So you look at this y bar. That's the location of your nodal. Ibig sabihin, pamula dito line, okay, up to the neutral axis of the whole cross section, yan po ay, yun po yung y bar. And you look at the value, that's 1.25, okay? So tama nga yung paglalagay natin that this neutral axis one, malapit, neutral axis po, mas malapit po siya dito sa ilalim as compared po sa nasa it. Okay? The next thing after this is to determine value of t. Okay? So again, yung t po natin, alin po yung t. So pag nakita mo na po yung neutral active, katulad po nito, nakita mo na yung neutral active. Po yun. NA, again, that's the neutral active, the economic cost. Okay? So na-compute mo yung y bar, alam mo, yung y bar, kasi yung dito, right? Ari po yung y bar natin. Okay, equal to 130. Tapos, kukunin mo po din yung kabila. Ano po ang kanyang value? 2/3 each. Okay? Ang 1/3 each, sorry, 2/3 each. Whichever is higher, then that would be U. Right? So, as the value of C. So, din po, mas malaki po yung 2/3 each. So, C here would be equal to 2. Okay? So, din po, pakitingnan po natin. What would be the value of
2.75.
equal to 2.5? How do you arrive at 2.75? Okay, so the value of t is equal to 2.74. Okay, so how do you obtain this t na 2.75? Again, pag nakita mo na yung neutral axis, gagawin mo, i-measure mo lang pababa, that would be your y bar, okay? And the other one, okay, i-measure mo pataas. And that would be 2.75 over 8. Why 2.75? Because the total po nila is 4 inches. And then from this two, okay, ito po yung y bar at saka po ito yung isa, pipiliin mo po kung alin yung mas mataas. Okay? And kung alin po yung mas mataas, po yung mas magiging value ng ating t. Okay? Yeah. And then the last one is to compute for the moment of inertia. Okay, so I call it height. Okay, so how do you do it naman po? Okay, ang gagawin mo po dito sa economic terms, i-divide mo ng regular. Okay, so pag divide ko natin siya, that would be two rectangular crosses. Pag it is simply one, po. Okay, ano po ang gagawin natin? Same the value of I total is simply equal to I1 plus I2, right? But your I1 would be equal to I plus AD squared. AD1, okay? Yan. Same thing, okay? Yun pong ating I2, ganun din po yung equation. I plus AD squared. Okay? A2, D2, or naman A1, D1 squared. Okay? So, let's have po yung unang I. Okay, what is I1? So, yung unang I po, titingnan mo, ano ba yung itsura nung iyong cross section. Dito po, ang ating sample, ito po yung one, it is really so rectangular po yun, may equation po tayo dun sa rectangle, ng value ng I, V1 H1 cubed over 12 plus yung ano po natin, area would be base 181. What about po yung D1? Okay, so yung D1 po yung titignan mo. Okay, how do you obtain D1? Din po ba yung D1? From our illustration here, palit lang ako ng okay. So, um, so yung part 1 po natin is the form barrel. Kaya ang ginamit po natin is DH2 per ml. Okay, and we look at the neutral axis 1, ari po yun. Okay, tapos hahanapin mo yung neutral axis ng buong cross-section. Ari po yung NA, uh, NA. Okay, so yung distance po ng dalawa, yan po yung D1. Okay? So, distance po ng dalawa. It would be the value of ano po ang value ng D1?
1.25.
That would be 1.25. So, how do you obtain the value of D1? Okay, where your D1 would simply be equal to what? It would be the distance of the neutral axis ng section to neutral axis ng section. To obtain D1, that would be Y1 minus y bar. By y1 minus y. That is onto this particular example. Right? D1 is y1 minus y. Ano ba yung y1 natin kanina? Y1 is equal to 2.5 inches. Right? 2.5 inches y1. And then minus dy bar, which is equal to 1.25. Right? So you have here y bar. It's 1.25 minus, sorry, y1 pala. Y1. That's 2.5. 0.5 minus 1.25. Okay? So, we substitute po the values of B and H, okay? And then, find the value. Okay? So, this would be equal to what? Ano po ang base natin for 1? And so, 1 by 3. 1 times 3 cube over 12 plus 1 times 3 B times H times 2.5 minus 1.20. So that would give you value of I1. Ano pong sagot?
5.4375.
Again,
4375.
5.4375 meters. Okay. And then you say now, this is simply for I1. For I2 naman po, I2 same equation, I plus H squared. Right? So, ang I2 natin, rectangular po ulit yun. At yung pahiga. Right? Rectangular po ulit. So, that would be H cubed over 12. So, this time, D2H plus D2H2. Ano ang D2 natin? Okay? So, alin po dito yung D2? Ang D2 po natin would be distance of neutral axis. Okay? Alin po yung N8 niya? Alin po yung N8? Yung distance po niya from our N8. Okay? Anong distance? So, to obtain that, that would be y bar minus y. Okay? Yung kanina po, y1 minus y bar. Ngayon naman po is y bar minus y. So, you substitute all values po. This time po, ano yung b at yung h natin? B natin is 5 and h is 1. 5 times 1 cube over 12 plus 5 times 1 y bar. 5 times 1 times y bar is 1.25 minus what is the value of y2? Y2 natin kanina ay 0.5. Ano po ang final result? Nakita po ba yung difference ng D dun sa Y? Okay? Yung Y po would be measured from the datum line ay papunta po doon sa ano natin, neutral axis. Okay? Kapag siya naman po ay yun po naman isa, your Y yung dito naman, okay? It would be measured from the neutral axis to neutral axis. Okay? Pag di po, ano po ay NA, NA. Okay? Neutral axis nung part to neutral axis nung block. Okay? Yun naman pong Y, it would be neutral axis to datum lang. Okay? So, yan po yung mga differences po natin. Ano pong sagot din eh? So, I2. Sino pong nag-compute na? Yes, Carlos?
Ma'am, tapos po, tanong ko lang po, yung pong difference ng Y bar and Y ay dapat po naka-square.
Ay, okay. Yes. Sorry. Kalimutan ko. It should be squared. Ito po, are pa, na-squared ba din? Hindi. Sa dito po, mali pala tayo. So, pa-check ako dito. This must be squared. This is yung common mistake na na-encounter natin. Kindly check. Pare-compute nito ako, Ashley. AD.
Tama lang po, ma'am.
Tama po, are. Naka-squared
Apa.
naman pa.
Apa.
Mali lang ako ng sulat. So, dapat may squared yun. Ito po ngayon, papacheck.
3.2291
3.229
1666667
inches to the okay. And then if you are saying the I total, just have the sum of it. I1 plus may pakilagay nga po. Sagot.
Eight point 667
3.6667 inches to the okay. Ito po ngayon yung magiging moment of inertia po for the economic. Okay, so ganyan yung gagawin. You have to follow yung tatlong steps. You locate first the neutral axis, and then you determine the value of C, and then you compute for I. Kung ilan ang part mo po sa hinati, okay, so mas madami po yung magiging solution po natin. Halimbawa po, letter I, magiging tatlo na yan. So, din po ay magiging A1, A1, Y1 plus Y2 plus A3, Y. Okay? So, ganun po siya. Okay? So, yan po yung gagawin mo, okay, to obtain the value of C and C and so, balik po tayo dun sa equation po natin. Ayoko na pala. Yan. Balik po tayo dun sa equation po natin, okay? That is times 3 equals deflectional stress. Ito po yung dalawang equation. Depende sa basic ng design po. Okay? So, it's yung pong C at I, yun po yung doon natin sa ganun po procedure kung siya po ay economic. Okay? At wala doong katulad sa table 81. Okay? So, dito naman po tayo sa M. M pertains to the maximum moment and sabi ko nga, you need to obtain or you need to draw the shear and moment diagram okay, para makita mo ang maximum moment. Okay? But then you could have also, you can use also table po on 82. Okay, everyone, you go to table 82. Okay, ari po yung table 82. ito po pwede rin natin magamit. Ang kailangan nyo lang po dito is to see if yung ating beam loading ay may katulad. Halimbawa po, ganito po yung beam loading natin. Yan. So, simply supported beam. Tapos po, may force po tayo sa gitna. Okay? So, nasa gitna po ito, yung force. Okay. So, we want to know po the maximum moment for this type of beam with this loading. Okay? So, titingin ka lang po sa table 82 kung meron po siyang katulad. Okay? Katulad po nito. Halimbawa po, dito po sa first row po natin, okay, first column po, okay, dito po yung katulad niya. Second row, okay. Ito pong second. Ari po kasi is the reactions R1 and R2. So, ari po yung reactions na yan, these are the support sa magkabilang dito. Okay, ito po yun, R1, ari po yung R2. Sorry. R1 at saka po R2. Okay. So, parehas po siya nito. Tapos, yung fourth po, nandun sa gitna. Okay, so alin lang po ang kailangan natin? Pag nakita po natin na siya ay may katulad dito, we simply adopt the equation for Mmax. So, you simply look for Mmax equation. Okay? So, you have there the Mmax equation. Mmax equal to FL over 4. Okay, so, lalagay mo na lang po, taken from table 82, and then the page number. Okay, so, ari po na yung gagamitin mo kung equation to obtain the M maximum. You simply have to relate lang po doon sa given. Ano ba yung F, ano ba yung L, okay, and you have your maximum moment per day. Right? But then, the use of this table 82, that is very limited. Kasi, yun lang ay kung may katulad dito. Right? Kung may katulad. Pero kung wala siyang katulad, ibig sabihin, wala pa pong ibang choice kundi ang gumawa ng shear and moment diagram. Okay? To do the shear and moment diagram, we can have there two methods. One is analytical, and then the other one is the semi-graphical method. Okay? And that has been taught on your M. Assume na natatandaan mo ka. Okay? Kahit po alin doon sa dalawang method. Okay? So, ang ginagawa po natin ng solution nito in the maximum moment, okay? So, you can either choose, okay, pwede po natin i-choose kung ang gagamitin nyo ay analytical o kaya ay semi-graphical, okay? So, ang semi-graphical po, yung shortcut, okay? Siguro po, ayan yung mas tanda ninyo. It's the shortcut method and it can be continued sum of forces. Okay? Ang gagawin po natin ngayon, i-recall po natin yung paggagawa ng certain moment na ito. Okay? Kasi hindi nga sa lahat ng pagkakataon ay merong equation. Okay? So, let us take the case, okay? Let us have a sample nung sample problem po na ang gagamitin natin ay gagawa tayo ng, hahanap tayo maximum moment using the semi-graphical. Hanap lang tayo ng space. Ayun na. Okay, okay. Nakita, ano na pala tayo, it's 9:54. So, i-ano ka na lang pala by our next meeting yung ating solution, okay, for one problem on this, machine memory connectivity. Ang gagawin lang muna natin ngayon is to record, okay, this shape at moment. Yan. Trabaho po. Find Mmax for this unit. You have here a simple beam. And then po, sa gitna ng grade, you have their force is equal to 3,000 pounds. Okay, this is 15 feet. Sorry, 1.5 feet. Okay, ay 7.5. Ay 7.5 feet. Okay? Oh. Ano po ang gagawin natin saan? Okay, to obtain the maximum moment. Okay? So, to obtain maximum moment, kunin muna natin is the supported actor. Okay? So, nakita po natin, you have here yung hinge at yung roller. So, sa hinge, dalawa, horizontal, vertical. Sa atin pong roller, isa lamang. So, we label this as point A, this is point A, this is point B. So, I can call this AY, AX, and this is CY. Okay, so let us find value of CY, AX, CX, CY. Okay, so ang tawag po natin po, these are your support factors. Trace ko lang ano. But anyway, ano, ito na lang. So, let us have here first a support reaction. So, support reactions, these are obtained using your equations of equilibrium. Okay? So, if I want the value of T1, I'll have summation of moments at point A equal to 0. Okay? So, I'll have here F distance 7.5 minus Ty distance 15 equal to 0. Okay? So, therefore, your Ty would be yung F value po. Ano ba ang F value? 3,000 pounds. Or you can have their 3 kips. Okay, 3 kips, then 7.5 feet divided by 15 feet. Yeah. So, what would be the value of feet? Kindly compute po. Value
1.5.
okay. So you have there 1.5. Yeah. And then value of AY and AX. You can have the division of forces. Y is equal to 0. Pataas, positive, pababa, negative. AY plus CY minus F equal to 0. So therefore, your AY would be F minus CY. So this is 3 kip minus 1.5. So therefore, this is also equal to 1. That would be your value ng AY. And then last, for AX, summation forces X equal to 0, then AX is equal to 0. It is the only force that is acting on the x-axis. Okay? So, yan po yung value ng support reaction. Tapos, lalagyan nyo lang po, extend nyo lang po itong linya na to. Tapos, gawa ka po ng axis nito, you label that as BD, the shear diagram. Okay? So, yun po yung isusunod natin. After po nung makuha mo yung support reactions, you go to the shear diagram now. So, the shear diagram po, that is simply the, ano po yan, continued sum of the forces. Okay? So, you start po with point A. Ang uunahin mo po would be shear at A. Lagi po yan equal sa 0. Yan po ang start. Per letter po, dalawang shear ang kukunin. A prime, B prime, C prime. Tapos sunod-sunod. So, B of A is 0. Ang kasunod po niyan, B prime. Tapos, you refer po dun sa sinundan. So, yun po sinundan, that is 0. Ano po ang idadagdag mo ngayon? These are both point A. Titingin ka lang sa point A. May load po bang nandun? Yung AX at saka yung AY. Forces AX and AY, ay kasama lang po yung AY kasi yun lang yung nagpapos ng bending. Kasi yun yung perpendicular to the axis. So, AY po ay pataas plus 1. Plus AY, and AY is 1.5. Okay? So, yan po yung V in parang. O, nakadalawa na po sa A, you go to B now. V of B equal to, yun pong sinundan, 1.5. Ano naman po yung B? From A to B, dito po, nag-shift na tayo ng letter from A to B. So, ang titingnan mo, from A to B, may load po ba? Wala, kaya plus 0. So, this would be 1.5 kip. O, tapos, yung isa pa ng V of B. So, we call that V of B prime. Yung sinundan, 1.5. Anong idadagdag? These are both point B, B and B prime. Tingin ka sa B, may load po ba? Yes, this is 3,000 pounds. Okay? Or 3 kips. So, minus, kasi pababa, minus 3. So, negative 1.5. B prime. O, dalawa na yung sa B. Anong kasunod na niya? B of C na po. B of C, yung sinundan, negative 1.5. Okay? O, from B to C, is there a load? B, papuntang C, wala ka pong nakita doon, so plus 0. So, V of C is equal to negative 1.5 kip. And then finally, V of C prime, negative 1.5, yun yung sinundan. And then C letter C plus CY. Plus CY. So, negative 1.5 plus 1.5 equal to 0. V of C. Yan. Okay? So, yan po ang makikita nyo, tatandaan, okay? You start with 0, you must end with 0. Tama po yung solution nyo kapag tatanong. Okay? Start with 0, share, and then end with 0, share also. Kapag po yan ay hindi nag-0, so ikaw po yung 0. Okay? So, 0 ka kapag hindi yan nag-0. Okay? Yan. Tapos, ipa-plot mo lang po siya dito. So, 0, yung una. Sunod ay 1.5. Tapos, yung kasunod ay 1.5 din. A prime, B prime. Ito po yung C. And then C prime. Tapos, you simply connect the points. Okay? You simply connect the points and then you shade the region or you color the region input. Okay? So, yan na po yung shear diagram. Okay? Tapos, yung huli po, gagawa ka po uli ng bagong axis, MD. Ang tawag naman sa kanya is moment diagram. Now, ano naman po ay continued sum lang ng area. So, you label this as area 1, this is area 2. Okay? So, unlike po sa shear, dalawa per letter, dito po isa lang. Moment at A, 0. Again, you start lagi po din eh. O, kasunod na po niyan, moment at B na. It would be moment at A, yung sinundan. Okay? Plus area 1. So, this would be 0 plus area 1 is rectangle, base times height. Ang base niya po, ano yung sukat? 7.5 feet by, ano yun, 1.5 feet. So, pakicompute po ako na rin. Moment at B. Pa-calculate po. 7.5 by 1.5. Answer, answer po. 7.5 by 1.5.
11.25.
11.25. Kip, and then feet. You can convert this into kip inch. Okay, and then moment at C would be moment at B plus your area 2. 11.25 kip feet times plus your area 2. Anong area 2 natin? Yan. Base times height. Okay, yung height po, base is 7.5 feet then times negative. Okay? Negative 1.5. Answer. Moment at C. Do not forget po yung negative sign. Answer,
0.
0. Okay? So, yan din po are. To start with 0, moment do sa huli should be 0 also. Okay? Yan. Tapos, i-applat mo lang ulit. 0. Tapos, 11.25. Tapos, 0. Yan. So, what would be our M max? 11.25 kip feet. So, this is the answer. Okay? So, ganyan po nyo ulit gagawin kapag po hindi katulad. Okay? And if you look po, next meeting po, tingnan natin. Meron kasi itong katulad, table 82. Tingnan natin yung naging sagot po doon. Kung the same lang sa nakuha natin using this. Okay? Question po. Dugtong na lang po natin yung sample by next meeting po.
Ma'am, may question lang po about design works.
Yes. Ano ang
Kailan-
mo natin? Ano itong nasa chat box?
Walang correction lang po dun sa kanina.
Na mali ang sagot?
Namali lang po ako ng formula.
Which one?
So, sa I1 po, saka sa I-total.
Ano po ang sagot din para pakicorrect nyo po.
6.9375 po ang I1.
6
9375 po.
inches to the fourth. That would be your I1. Okay, ari po. Correct po, ari ha. Tapos, yung isa po,
Sa total,
total,
10.16667 po.
10.1667. Ganyan.
Apa.
Okay, sige. So, you take, pakicopy po nito, tapos gagamitin po natin ito next time. Yes, Ashley, ano pa yung isang tanong mo?
Yung sa design works po, ma'am, bale, ang pasa na po niya ay next FF na po.
Okay, kung nandito po kayo within this, yung pong nagawa nyo na, pwede nyo na pong ipasa. Kung wala na naman po kayong F to F this week, so pwede naman po yung sunod.
Thank you po.
Okay, okay. So, I'll stop the presentation now. Quick open lang po ng atin na camera para sa attendance. Okay, Miss Apple, patuyuin na yung okay na po. Everyone. Deeper. Actually, okay na?
Okay na.
Okay.
Okay na.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po.